Greetings folks, Crosstrain here from World of Tanks, and today I am bringing you a battle that I had in my RHM yesterday, and as you can see in the chat right now, you can see that I am none too pleased with this matchup. So even though neither team is all that particularly great, you can see according to my version of XVM, I'm the only green guy on our team with some yellows and oranges. Against three guys on the other team that are pretty solid, including a guy from Bulba and an opposing RHM. They're tanking Dhaka. And already at the beginning, our E75 says, "Everybody hill, everybody hill," and I'm implore him, please, no E75, not hill. I just decided to be quiet there just so you could hear the roar of this gun with the sound mod, with the gun sound mod. It is freaking fantastic. You just listen during the course of this entire battle to the guns going off around me. It is unbelievable. It is so sweet. Already early, got a couple of really nice hits up the 3 road here. You can see I got nobody behind me on the 1-2 line, which usually spells doom. I'm pointing it out to our team. I'm just trying to get a couple shots. I'd sneak out trying to see the Conqueror, try to get another one. I did hit him, got a bounce. He hit me for 400 hit points, so that didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. But regardless, our Indian Panzer must have just came alive because I called for help again. I need help on this 1-2 line, and he gave me an affirmative, and he's moving in my general direction now. So you can see our Jagdtiger that was up on the corner there is now dead. He's not happy about RNG. This game is gonna include one of my luckiest ever RNG moments on the good side, on the side that's receiving the crappy RNG bounce for the other side, and I'll show it to you. You'll see it here in a few minutes into this replay. So again, all I'm trying to do is just keep these guys at bay down here. So I'm going to try to poke out, get another shot at this JT-88 and the Conqueror. Oh, and the JT-88 forgets there's an RHM down here and turns aside to me to go down that F road and pays for it. So already here early, got over 2,000 hit points of damage. Got 3 penetrating hits, so I know the Conqueror has just fired, so I am trying to sneak a shot on this hatch here. And I did hit it, but it bounced, so no go for me at that point. The situation on the field is not great, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, but we're kind of holding in a hold pattern on every front. We're kind of holding our own down there on Heavy Road. The hill is kind of going back and forth. You can see we're doing the dance of the RHMs over here on this side. That IP tries to hit the Conqueror. I want to move in and try to get a shot, but I'm certainly not going to put myself sideways around down this road with the Conqueror. Then I notice the Conqueror is moving across the field, so for just a minute I think to myself, I need to go to the middle and face this Conqueror in this 121. The problem is with a 17-second reload, there's no way I can get in close with those guys. But the IP decides he's going to do it, which is a good play on his part. We just won the hill, which is a good sign. That helps our side a little bit. Now watch what's going on over here. Let me just pause this for a minute and show you what's going on over here on my end of the road. You can see in this picture that we have 2 enemy RHMs out on the tracks, and myself and my friendly RHM right here. So we've got a little dance of the RHMs, and coming up is going to be one of the luckiest moments on the positive receiving end for my part for RNG moment, and you'll see it when it happens. But check this out. Dance of the RHMs, ladies and gentlemen. I get a nice shot on that. The Bulba RHM. He misses me in return, or one of them missed me in return. Their other RHM missed ours. Ours moved out. Did not miss him, but the Bulba guy comes around. So right now I'm hoping he backs up, but then I realize he's too damn good a player to back into my gun, so I'm going to chase him knowing he's got a 17-second reload. He gets around that corner, and I didn't want to miss my shot, so I didn't take it. I thought I still had a little bit of time. Check this out. I just took a shot from the 150 millimeter gun of this RHM, and all he did, as you can see down here, is he tracked me. He took my track off. I absorbed the shot otherwise, and my shot flew true and took him out. I have never, in all my time in this game, can I recall being the recipient of such a sweet roll from RNG. He had to be ticked. In fact, I'm not sure. Yeah, he is. It looks like he's running the 150. Yeah, he is. He's running the big gun on that thing. So I thought I still had another second, to be honest. I came around that corner because I thought I still had another second to be before he was loaded. And I was wrong, but I got, like I said, the luckiest RNG roll I've ever gotten in this game that I can remember. So good for me, not so good for him. He had to be cursing at his keyboard. I know I would have been if that had been me. I'd have been jumping up and down. I would have rage quit the game probably. But regardless of that, here I am, still alive, still looking. One of us spots the arty here. Don't want to shoot through. My shell will be absorbed by that fence, so I decided to step out. And I hit him right after the IP, who, as you can see from the mini-map, has come up behind me again. I do want to give a shout-out to our Indian Panzer, Scherzen. Scherzen 1939. He did a really nice job. I'm going to give him credit for... I called on him a couple of times, or I called for help, and he responded. And he spends the rest of the game, as long as he's alive, just kind of working with me and covering, if you will, for me. So Scherzen 1939, if you ever come across this video, thank you much. Well played. I appreciate the teamwork that you displayed. I don't see it a lot in World of Tanks, so I do appreciate it. You can see that T-30 is, I don't know why it came around the corner, but I did. I thought he was somewhere else, but he shows me a side. And that's about all I needed. For some reason I thought he was further. I misread my map apparently, because I thought he was down the line. Fortunately, he was fixated on that AMX AC-48. The IP goes around the corner and takes a shot at the Super Pershing, which does not connect. The Super Pershing takes him out, and I'm going to put a big shot in him right here. I want to say something right here, okay? And this is for anybody who sees this. If you're new and you're trying to figure out, how to play, and maybe you came across this video on my channel because you saw World of Tanks, and there's a lot of much better players than I am in this game for sure, and lots of them have YouTube channels that you can learn probably more than you'll ever learn from me. I enjoy bringing these videos to you, and I don't totally suck, so some would argue that, but I don't totally suck statistically speaking, so there might be some things you can learn. But I want to talk a minute about this guy back here, 20 fingers. And man, if you ever come across this video, I don't mean this to be rude, but here's a guy I looked him up after this battle because he's sitting in this corner. It's no help to his team. In fact, he's backed way up into the corner to where he showed me his hatch even more, and I had a real easy shot to put one right into his commander's hatch and his hydraulic lifts, which are one of the weak spots from the front for a Super Pershing. This guy's got 393 battles, 109 of which are in the Super Pershing. He's played nothing but Tier 1s and 2s tanks, other than a couple of Tier 5s and this one Tier 8 premium tank. Now, it's your money. You can do what you want with it. But again, this is the kind of play that gets led to if you jump into the higher tiers too soon, which you've clearly done. 393 battles, got a 36% win rate in this game, and 30% win rate in this tank, over 109 battles. So, again, 20 fingers, I don't mean that to be rude, but man, go back to the early levels, the early tiers, 1s and 2s, figure out how to play the game a little bit more. Come back to your Super Pershing when you've got more experience. The game is much different, and you really handicap your team if you jump into Tier 8s at the beginning of your walk career, because it is a challenging enough game when you've got thousands of games by the time you get to Tier 8. It is nearly impossible if you just jump in your first couple hundred games. So, again, I don't mean to be rude. I'll continue with the replay, but don't do that to your team. And if you're new, like I said, there's lots of Tier 2 and 3 premiums you can get. Pick them up. If you want a premium tank, man, I know Wargaming would love you for spending your money. But spend them on lower tier tanks. Figure out how to play the game, and then come back. So, anyway, I didn't know all that. All I could see is that he was white, and he didn't show how many battles he had, so I figured he was relatively new. Plus the fact that he was sitting in the corner. So I decided I'm going to try to flank him. I'm going to go try to help my low, which just got killed in the 48 on this T-34. And at the same time work a flank on this Super Pershing. So again, I was hoping to come help the low in the 48, take out this 34 so we could work the Super Pershing. Unfortunately, the T-34 takes them both. Now, I know he hasn't reloaded yet, so I'm coming around the corner and he sees me and goes, oh, damn. Yeah, that didn't work out very well for him, but I knew that he wasn't going to be reloaded yet, so I could come around that corner very safely, and hopefully he didn't tuck back into that. If he had tucked back into that little alcove back there where the dead low is, then I would have had a harder time digging him out. I would have taken at least one shot from him, and probably from the Super Pershing, who's still sitting down in that corner. My hope was that I wouldn't let him know where I was. I probably should have come further around through the courtyard so he didn't see me. But my hope was to come up here into the north of the heavy road and get into his flank. I just asked the Artie to move from there over to here so that he has a shot. He's got this high arc 207, but still, as he's tucked in, there's no way he can get to him from here. So I asked him to move here, and to his credit, he did that. I'm moving all the way up to the A line, on heavy tank road. My fear is that this guy was going to begin moving and run away. So, and again, with a 17-second reload, I just didn't want to. Didn't want to take much of a chance here. Again, I didn't know all of this about his very few battles at this point. All I knew is that he was sitting in the back corner, and I was afraid that he had moved. So my goal here is to light him for the Artie and hope the Artie can put a shot on him. But there's nothing there, so my fear is that he had run and was chasing down Artie or going to cap or doing something like that was confirmed, because I didn't see him as I came around here. Even as I get up here close, no sign of him. So as to not clue him off, I decided I'm going to stay off the cap, see if I can light him, see if he's down one of these other roads. Nothing so far. So then I said, damn, he ran. I'm going to go chase him. And without going around, I figured out what the hell. And nope, he is still sitting there. So he comes out to try to get a shot on me. Unfortunately for him, that was not to be. He came right out, gave me a side, easy pickings for this 150, and he was done just like that. Picked up my Top Gun with that kill, got almost 5,000 damage, win 8, after the battle, it was like a 7,000 win 8 game. And as it turned out, this is also my ace tanker in this RHM, which I was very, very pleased with. So let's take a look real quickly at the post-game stats. So you can see that got my ace tanker, high caliber, top gun as well. Did a lot of nice work here. Spotted a couple of that the Artie, it was me, in fact, that spotted him as he was going down the railroad. The Conqueror spotted that. Got lots of damage in, destroyed the 6 tanks. If I go to the team score page, you'll see that 4,952 damage, which you saw in game, and a 1431 base XP, which, of course, obviously is pretty darn good. And my first ace tanker in this tank, so I was extremely pleased. Again, surprised. It's not a tank that I ever feel like it has a capacity to carry, but usually from a much better player than I am, because it is slower. It's got a long reload. Somebody's got to be much smarter than I am in this game to carry. But I was able in this game, just the perfect storm came together, and I was able to basically carry. Fired 12 shots, hit 11 of those, and 10 of those penned. Only that one shot on the Conqueror bounced. So I was able to pen 10 shots for 4,952 damage. I did receive 2 shots, and as we saw, 1 penned from the Conqueror, the 1 from the enemy RHM, I absorbed in the tracks, which is just absolutely crazy. From that distance and that good a player, just shows you that RNG is alive and well, and despite our beliefs, every once in a while we are on the receiving end of RNGesus rolls. So I am thankful for that, certainly. I spotted a couple of vehicles, damaged 7, killed 6, and oh, by the way, got 14 cap points as I was rolling across the cap there. 62,000 credits earned with premium. I did fire a couple of premium shells there, I think 2, near the end of that engagement, and earned a net profit of almost 30,000 credits. So this was not a daily double for me. 2100 XP is a pretty good non-double XP. Yes, that is with premium, but nonetheless, very good game for me, very satisfying, and glad to bring it to you. If you have any comments or thoughts, things I could have done better, you can always do things better in this game, so I certainly love to hear about it. If you got some thoughts for me, leave them in the comments, and I do always respond to every comment made on every one of my videos. So I love to interact with anybody who comes across my videos. But until next time, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks, and I will see you on the battlefield. And until then, peace.